Hi guys, this is Heidi. I thought I would do a run through of my bullet journal and just kind of show you some of the pages. I use a moleskin and I really like this one so far. This is my title page and I just keep it pretty simple. I didn't do anything special. It's my opening spread, my one little word for the year, and I like having a year at a glance. Then you have my index pages, and I'm going to tell you guys, I screwed up on the very first few minutes of starting my bullet journal. I did 1, 2, index, 3, 4, and then realized that I had skipped the first 2 pages. So instead of throwing the whole thing out, which I was tempted to do, I just covered up in washi and I kept going. So I'm pretty proud of myself for doing that because I really wanted to throw the whole thing out. But I don't use my future log a ton. I know there's probably things that need to go in there, but I keep it handy. I do use it a little bit. So the first month I did it, I basically did the same thing that is on the bulletjournal.com site, and I just kind of kept a little list. It was a little too plain for me, so the next month I did something different, but I'll show you that in a minute. So then here's just some examples of, I just kind of kept a running list. I tried to combine both worlds, having a little bit of color and but then keeping it, you can see nothing's really a set. I just used it as I needed it. And then my KonMari spread there, and a workout tracker, just some notes of things that I want to do, some affirmations, goals. Again, kind of going dailies just as I go. Favorite books. I was very uninspired by this. I'm just still trying to figure out, at this point I was still trying to figure out what direction I want to go with everything or how to use everything. So I left some blank pages. Then I have also, here's some more dailies. You can just kind of see, is kind of playing with it. Some notes when we got our chicks, about how to keep track of them and things. Area, I left some space as I've been reading. This is just a book that I read once in a while, and so I wanted space to write down notes as I read it. I've read it through a couple times, but I go back to it. Then some records from our chicks, just some things that I wanted to keep. Again, super plain, just using it as a notebook to keep stuff in. Okay, then I decided to switch up doing my dailies, and I tried a weekly spread like this, trying to get all fancy. It was still kind of uninspiring, but I kind of stuck with it. Birthdays gone bad. I really don't care for the way this turned out, but it is what it is, and I just kept going with it. Here's a week I didn't do anything else on my dailies. I used hardly any at all. Then here's a doodle page that I was trying to get myself a little more inspired, trying to get back into the hang of using my colored pencils, that kind of thing. So I was going back into it. Tried more of a traditional monthly spread here. Still not using it a ton, but still using it. Just some other notes and things. There's some of my just writing stuff down as I get it. Another weekly, just trying different things. This was where I was starting to get closer to what I like. Then I did this page here, and I really love this. And so I've been coloring in my books. In fact, I'm a little behind because I've got to color in some other ones. Can you tell I'm outside and the wind's blowing? So then this is the first time I used this particular weekly spread, and things started clicking for me. So over on this side are all like time and date specific things, room for a running to-do list, and just some notes. And then, like I said, I don't usually use dailies because I have a work bullet journal, and so I don't need a lot of space, and I don't end up using it. So that's why I kind of went in a different direction later. So then here's some other, just some doodly kind of stuff, and then I thought, oh, I'll just keep track of the washi tape that I have. Trying this same layout again, and I love lavender. It's my favorite flower, or one of my favorite flowers anyway, so I kind of went with this theme and putting different stuff in. here's my, kind of keep a home maintenance list, to-do list, like these are bigger projects. And obviously I do not have a bucket list. I tried that and I'm starting, I mean, I can go back and add to it, but I just didn't feel that inspired with it. So my 100-day project, I gave up about day 50, did not keep track of everything so far. That's probably why I only made it to day 50. Some more doodles, just that kind of thing. Like putting in like things that I'd like for a dream job. Oh, look, here's a mistake page. I started it, I couldn't get it to work, and so I stopped. And then I turned the page and I did it again and I came up with this one, which I love. So sometimes it's a really good idea to just turn the page and start over again. And you can wash those pages together or whatever, or just ignore them because it's a notebook. All right, another mistake, monthlies right here. That was a bad mistake. And this one I screwed up too, but I just kept going with it. So anyways, here's another monthly. I totally tried a different one. And I don't know, like I said, I don't use the monthly very much. So here's my May memories page. That's what I ended up with. Of course, it was blank when I first started, but I ended up with this. And then I was trying a totally different weekly. And I just didn't like not being able to see the whole week at a time. So eventually I changed it up, but I tried this for the month of May, or for the most part for May. Then just some doodle inspiration pages, that kind of thing. Just trying to some creative. I use my bullet journal as an art journal also, and I just really that's what I use it for. So that's why I'm willing to take that time. You don't have to, of course, and it's not it doesn't make it, if you're not crafty or artsy or whatever, just because of that, you don't, shouldn't limit you in your bullet journal. So here we go. So I went back to that weekly. I like this on the side with my notes and everything. And over here, I kind of did my challenge pages here. Challenge items on there. I just did the one challenge that month. So here's that kind of a same idea, but I really like having the challenge all on the same pages. So that's why by the middle of the month of May, I knew that wasn't going to work for me. So there's another one I did, and I have some plans for this page. I still haven't gotten to it. It's called Real Life. Then here's another one for more challenge pages over here, and challenge pages here, and then my weeklies and to do and different notes. And here's some other notes that I did. Let's see. So here's one where I didn't even finish my whole month layout thing. I kind of was playing with some ideas, and it was by the end of the month, like I said, totally uninspired. So then here comes June, and this is one that I think I'm going to stick with for July too. Just kind of, again, like I said, I don't use the monthlies very much, so I don't need a ton of space for them. I like kind of having the things on the side over here, and then for the July calendar here too. So that's nice to know that I have it there, so I can find it quickly. So here's my June memories so far. I've got to fill in some more over here. And then here's one of my challenge pages for the PTL Doodles challenge. And here's my Under the Sea challenge so far. I love the way this is turning out. It's so cute. Here's my Fly Lady routines, and still haven't added that quote in there. Here's the other half of the Fly Lady stuff, and then over here I'm going to put my routines. Then I started messing around with the idea, since I don't use dailies. I started messing around with the idea of putting the tracker in half of my daily over here. And I like that. I mean, I didn't get used, but I like having it right in front of me. I mean, it got used a little bit. Anyway, then since this was my 99 and 100 page, I did an About Me spread right there. And here's some ideas of things that I wanted to do for blog posts, just kind of brainstorming, that kind of thing. And so then here's I tried it again, same kind of thing. I just don't use dailies for my personal bullet journal. And so it was just a lot of wasted space. So anyway, I'm lucky if I remember to write the stuff in that goes over here. So I was kind of changing that around. Anyway, so then I found this morning routine. I did this whole spread, and I love that, and wanted to incorporate that into my week. So here's my new idea. And so here's that week at a glance. You can see this is actually getting used a lot more for me. So it's working for me. Over here is my week at a glance, just kind of my appointments, my trackers down the middle. Here's the month at a glance, and just some to-do lists and notes if I need to write notes. I had a blog thing. I was just trying out a blog schedule. That didn't work. So I made a Google Calendar, so I'm not going to take that space in there. So I'm going to skip over a couple pages because that's for something later. So this is this upcoming week, and this is kind of, like I said, I'm just constantly fine-tuning everything. So again, week at a glance, trackers, month at a glance. It's at the end of June, and there's a couple of days of July, so I combine those there. My running to-do list goes over here. Next week, I missed that with the last one that I had. My next week, I like being able to write in if something is coming up that I need to worry about next week. I can put it there and then migrate it over. And then my room for notes. So basically, you've just gone through my whole bullet journal with me, and like I said, it's kind of a work in progress. It's evolving as I decide what I'm using and what I don't need, and I love the way it's turning out. So thanks for going along with me. See ya!